wanted to help you guys out with the test a little bit. I'm hearing that some people are getting frustrated, and if it makes you feel better, I get frustrated with the super site as well. So, the first part, this looks a little different because I can't show you online because all the answers are in there on my view. So, I wanted to show it on a paper view. So, this is the exact test you're going to take, except it's going to be online. So the first part is not particularly tricky. I really recommend that you listen again and again to make sure. So that part, I don't feel like there's anything that you either understand or you don't. Now this one, I want you to be careful with, the family tree. Okay, so try to remember that the answers are in French, you have to say the family relationship, and you have to use an article. So nouns in French almost always take an article. So I'm just going to go through this one with you. Françoise est blank de Gilles. So she is, so I'm going to write it in English, but you write it in French. The wife de Gilles. So you have to put in, you have to put in the article in French. So that could mess you up if you forget to put in your articles. It's messed up students before. This one I felt was a little tricky too. Just go for what's obvious. You're looking for the opposite. So Michelle n'est pas blonde. So what is the color of non-blonde people? And make sure that in every case you make the adjective agree. So if you have a man, whatever goes here, it's going to have to agree, but this one's extra hard. So you have a masculine man, so you're going to have to think really carefully about that word. You hear a vowel, and that will determine what adjective to use. So this is what you hear when you hear that word You do not hear hum, you hear So be very careful with number 4. And last but not least, here you have a exercise where you use possessive adjectives. Possessive adjectives are always determined by the number of things that you have in your nouns. So let's do this one. Tu cherches your chien. It has to be plural because there's more than one chien. You look for your dogs. So that your has to be plural. So when we're talking about possessive adjectives, what are we talking about? We're talking about the mon, ma, mes, ton, ta, tes, son, sa, c'est, votre, vos, notre, nos, and last but not least, leur. So you will definitely use leur and leur. It's a little leur with an S and leur without an S in this exercise. So that is the third person plural. So be attentive to this one and that one, number 6, number 4, and number 6, and be attentive to the number of things that are being referred to. And also note, chercher is the word for look for. So in English, we look for something. En français, je cherche mon chat. Nicole cherche I just gave you an answer by accident. Some of you are not writing 5 sentences or the number of sentences or answers that you are being asked. So let's go back over this. Write a brief note to your new pen pal describing yourself and your family. Write at least 5 complete sentences. Include such information as your marital status, the size of your family, how many pets you own, and your physical appearances. 8 points for vocabulary, 8 points for grammar, 6 points for style. So I'm going to emphasize that you follow those directions, 5 sentences. Okay, I'm going to put this into Moodle. Let me know if you have any questions. I will be at my office hours tomorrow. Feel free to pop in.